Welcome back, everybody, to This War of Mine post-commentary edition. I recorded this a couple days ago, so I'm going to have to kind of remember what happened. We got meat right away here. So, rebait the trap. Post-commentary is like, record it, and that takes an hour. You edit it, that takes an hour. You watch it back and record your post-commentary over top of it, and that's half an hour. And then you render it again. So it's like, it's very time consuming. That's, we had Bruno cook some meals, I think just one, because many of us were getting hungry. Katya was very hungry, so I got her out of bed to take some pills and eat. She is actually capable of running, so it's not that horrible. And making lots of fuel. We're going to use a lot of fuel for sure, because the news report said it's near winter. And when wintertime happens, that's when the crime wave stops. Or rather, maybe winter causes the end of the crime wave? I don't know. So, check the radio. The intensity of the war is going to kick up. So, yeah, I mentioned in an earlier episode that they used a lot of like Eastern European made music to get the feeling down correctly. And that song is like all in English, and it's like country western, and like the guy has an American accent, so I don't know. Oh yeah, I added in some music so I wouldn't get copyright claimed again. I had an entire video actually become completely unwatchable, blocked in all countries. Even when I used YouTube's tools to cut out the song, it was like not good enough, and they kept it blocked in all countries, so I will have to figure out a way to get around that. Here we are making another saw blade, because I believe we are going back to St. Mary's Church. Been here before, but I'm here with the hatchet to chop down as much stuff as I can and to trade. I also brought all the low quality cigarettes. I'm not entirely sure why. They're not very good, and I decided I wanted to use them for Bruno, let him smoke them. And I'm also kind of not feeling awesome about using completed materials to buy raw materials. But it lets me, like, multiply my quote-unquote money. So, like, you see me trading for sugar so I can make more moonshine. And there's no way I can afford a can of food past me. And buying tobacco to make cigarettes. Yeah, never gonna happen. I sped this up because I spent so long trading. I was like, yeah. Trading's not that interesting to watch, is it? So, there we go. And then back to the little stash of components I left nights before. And then chop it down, turn it into wood and fuel, because we need tons of wood and fuel. Pretty much I spent my entire hatchet chopping things down. I was thinking, oh, I want to use up as much as I can, get it all chopped down so I can come back without needing it. but I ended up breaking the hatchet while I was chopping things down. I used it all up. Normally when it gets low, I think I'm going to show it here. Yeah, there it goes. Normally when a tool gets low, I trade it away for the components to make a new one. And that is much more valuable than just destroying it, but I miscalculated there and ended up breaking it. So here we go. We ended up getting some tobacco, the sugar we traded for, and a bunch of wood and fuel and a few components. Make some more cigarettes. Yeah, real cigarettes. So we've basically turned 4 cigarettes and it was like 1 tobacco and 1 component. So 4 cigarettes and a moonshine into 2 moonshine and 12 cigarettes. So I'm actually making a profit off of doing this, but it does use your fuel and a few components, so it's like, I wouldn't say it's risky to do. It's, you can overdo it by accident very easily. So you notice it's 8 degrees Celsius. It hit wintertime very hard. We have to keep the furnace fuel basically to maximum at all times to get up to like 15 Celsius or something like that. So I had Bruno put a few in. I waited for the temperature to raise. It didn't go above like 10 or something like that. Okay, there goes to 12. Like, that's not hot enough. Let's cook with the meat we caught earlier. I was not paying attention to. Boy, post commentary is hard, guys. Like, live commentary is hard in a different way. Make some more water filters and water so we can continue to make moonshine. There you go, Marco. I'm looking at the herbal garden there, waiting for it to be done. I'm like, oh, it's so close. It's gonna be finished today. There it goes. So Bruno can go harvest that. We took 1 fertilizer and I think 4 water to make 5 herbs. Not bad. I'm thinking, should I replant? Should I upgrade? Can't afford the upgrade yet. Need more electronic parts, more components. There's the radio for today. Yeah, here we go. That's the intensity of the war is increasing. And then back to St. Mary's Church once again with a new hatchet we made. Sleep, everybody sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. 1 guard. Yeah. There's actually, like, not much of a reason to guard, but there's no bed for the 3rd person to sleep in, so I just have them guard. Why the heck not? Sleeping on the floor without a bed can make you sick. You don't get fully rested. You have to sleep like twice. You get like half rested. I don't know how to explain it. So it's not really worth doing, in my opinion. Just better to stay awake and take your shift. Also, I traded again today with some of the cigarettes we made, the real cigarettes. And I believe I brought a moonshine, did I? And then I trade my moonshine for, I'm like looking at fuel, bullets. Bullets are useful, but I don't need bullets that much because the crime wave's over. I'm like fuel and wood. We're gonna get fuel and wood from this trip. So I ended up buying parts because parts are always super useful to have, and they're usually the limiting factor in things. And weapon parts, so we can make more saws or hatchets. And then I had Marco chop down more stuff in the vestry. for fuel and wood. As you can see, I filled out my inventory quite nicely here. And that should be it. There's a little more footage of him chopping stuff. Nothing more really to be had at the church, so this is the last time. Oh, I'm not sure if you saw, but some locations are now inaccessible because of fighting, so it's going to be tougher to find supplies and scavenge. Anyway, thanks for watching this War of Mine post-commentary, and I'll see you next time.